AITA for not fighting for custody? 3 years ago I, 27 female, donated eggs so that a close friend of mine Adam, 32 male, and his husband Brad could have a child. I donated eggs, the sperm was his, Brad's sister carried the baby. It was a long process and involved therapy for all those involved and mediated talks surrounding what the process would be like and our expectations. I believe this is standard practice, however, we were all on the same page from the beginning. We all agreed, including Brad's sister, that the child wouldn't be told until they were old enough to try to understand, high school at least, which would be around 10/11 for us since we're in the UK. At which point it would be made clear that even though I technically am the biological mother, that doesn't make Adam or Brad any less real parents. The treatment was successful, obviously. And Adam and Brad welcomed a wonderful daughter into the world. Adam is like a brother to me, and they gave my niece Jay, 2 female, my middle name. Adam and Brad were fantastic parents, and Jay has the support of Brad's parents and sister. Jay has a wonderful, stable and loving support system which includes me and my girlfriend. I am, and always have been involved in her life, as I would have been regardless of the circumstances surrounding her birth. Unfortunately, Adam and his husband were both involved in a traffic accident that claimed the lives of 4 people, including theirs. It left a unique situation wherein usually the grandparents or other family members would be asked to take custody before foster care. But because Adam had no biological family and Jay's grandparents and other aunt aren't biological relatives but I am, originally it is the other biological parent, looked to me. I love my niece immensely and have been and will continue to be involved in her life. But I've never been her parent, I never wanted to be her parent. Adam and Brad were her parents, it was never the plan for me to be her mother in any way. But none of us ever planned for this to happen. Truth be told, I don't think I'm capable RN. My girlfriend and I are not equipped for parenthood right now. Because of this, we agreed that her other aunt, the one who gave birth to her, would have custody. I'm not going to fight on this. I believe it is best for Jay. Her other aunt already has a child and her husband are fantastic people and parents. I've offered financial help because I make good money and they make less than Adam and Brad did. I've offered to make up the difference. My girlfriend agrees I'm doing the right thing. But lately, perhaps because everything is still fresh, I'm still grieving Adam, I feel incredibly guilty. Other people aware of the situation have said that I'm tough because Jay is my niece but she's also biologically my daughter and I have an obligation to take care of her no matter what. I just want what's best for Jay. AITA. AITA for telling my cousin to mind her business about my decision to not have children? A lot of my family is pretty big on having a lot of children. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if you are able to provide for all of your children. My cousin's boyfriend is incredibly lazy, she even admits it, he does not work at all and she works 3 jobs. They are having a child together and he does not plan on going to work when the child is born. On the other hand, I am pretty adamant about being child-free for many reasons I won't go into detail about. My family seems to be against my choices, but at this point, I feel pretty strongly about them. I've recently started seeing a new guy and he feels the same as I do. Last week I went to my cousin's baby shower and of course everyone was celebrating her. I kept telling her how happy I was because I am really happy for them, but personally, I do hope her boyfriend steps up a bit. I should add my family all feels the same. She said maybe one day I will be celebrating, and then she laughed and said, "Oh, wait. You'd rather die alone than have children." I told her my intent was not to die alone, and she asked me who I planned to have care for me when I was older. I told her I was not going to have children just to force them to care for me because that's not their job. I've always felt like that was a dangerous mindset to have. She said she couldn't understand why I would choose not to have children, and I told her it was not her decision to understand. I told her she had no right to comment on my choices because I did not comment on hers even if I didn't agree with everything she did. My cousin started crying and the baby shower abruptly ended at that point. My aunt is pretty protective of her kids and she was upset I fought with my cousin. She said I should have just left it be and let her go off because it makes me look worse to fight back. I don't think I should have to tolerate disrespect from anybody, but it was her baby shower, and I easily could have just left it be. I feel like I could be here.
AITA for accepting my mother's boyfriend but not my father's girlfriend? I, 24 male, have recently got into an argument with my brother, 26 male, and my twin, 24 male, about our father bringing his current GF to family events, outings, etc. To preface, my parents got divorced about almost 2 years ago. This was after 6 years of sleeping in different rooms and 2 years of having separate houses. My brothers and I always agreed to stay out of their relationship problems ever since we were young because we knew what was inevitably the outcome and we didn't want to choose sides. By the time they divorced, we were all adults and either out of college or about to be. We became involved, however, after it was revealed that our father had cheated on our mother for the entirety of those 8 years. We had our suspicions since our mother constantly talked about a woman she didn't like from our father's work that he would constantly spend time with. But we never knew it was actually happening until our uncle, who worked with our father, told our whole family. Afterwards, we rallied on our mother's side of the situation and agreed that we couldn't forgive our father for this. It's been 2 years since the divorce, and although I expected feelings to change, I didn't think they would end up as they are so quickly. About 2 months ago, my mother started seeing a man that she's been getting serious with. Both of my brothers have met him, but I have not. Despite this, I think he's a great guy and he makes our mother happy, and my brothers share these feelings. Then, our father asked us if we would be comfortable with him bringing his GF, the same woman he cheated on our mother with, to family gatherings and events. I asked my brothers what they thought, stating that I wasn't comfortable with it, and they both agreed that it may not be ideal, but that we should get to know her since we've gotten to know our mother's boyfriend. I understand where they're coming from considering that both of our parents have significant others now and me accepting one but not the other could be playing favorites, but I believe there are differentiating circumstances at play. While I agree our father should be happy, regardless of what I think about his character, I don't agree that his GF should receive the same treatment as our mother's BF, considering the fact that my mother didn't cheat on our father with said BF for 8 years. My brothers don't see it this way and instead have called me childish for not moving on. While I understand I may be seen as immature, I cannot see how my brothers think these significant others are on an equal playing field.